भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ We'll chant from verse number 13. लय विनाशने उभयरोधने लयगतं पुनर्भवति नो मृतम् प्राणबन्धनात् लीनमानसम् एकचिन्तनात् नाशमेत्यदः नष्टमानसोत्कृष्टयोगिनः कृत्यमस्ति किं स्वस्थितिं यतः दृश्यवारितं चित्तमात्मनः चित्वदर्शनं तत्वदर्शनं मानसं तु किं मार्गणे कृते नैव मानसं मार्ग आर्जवात् वृत्तयस्त्वहं वृत्तिमाश्रिताः वृत्तयो मनो विद्यहं मनः अयमहं कुतो भवति चिन्वत ऐपतत्यहं निजविचारणम् अहमिनाशभाज्यहमहं तया स्फुरतिरुत्स्वयं परमपूर्णसत् हरमहं पदाभिख्यमन्वहम् अहमिलीनके प्यलयसत्तया विग्रहेन्द्रिय प्राणधीतमः नाहमेकसत्तज्जडं ह्यसत् नाहमेकसत्तज्जडं ह्यसत् कर्तुराज्ञया प्राप्यते फलम् कर्म किं परं कर्म तज्जडम्। This ahankara is a thought, and it has to be there in the mind to conduct yourself, to conduct vyavahara. But this thought itself is a hodgepodge. Why are we discussing it? To understand the reality of ahankara. We are discussing to understand the swarupa of ahankara. If it is real, then whatever ahankara feels is real. Whatever ahankara is real. That is you. And if it is apparent, the I sense is apparent. And once you know it to be apparent, the status of the apparent doesn't impact the real. Exactly like a beggar on a stage is apparent. The actor is real. The beggarliness of the beggar, since the beggar itself is apparent, its beggarliness is apparent. And since its beggarliness is apparent, it never ever can impact the real, the actor, the role player. So also, ahankara, when it is discovered to be apparent, the right word in Sanskrit is mithya. What is mithya? We have discussed earlier also. Mithya itself is a very confusing word because people don't know. It is not a confusing word, it is very simple. But people don't know this and therefore they confuse it. When we say mithya, we are talking about the reality of the vastu, not vastu per se. Okay? Thing per se is, we are not saying mithya. It is accepted because in a vyavhara, its existence is accepted, but reality is mithya. What is mithya? Simple definition is that which exists because of something else. That which is because of something else. That which has sentiency because of something else. So that which exists because of the borrowed existence is mithya. Listen this. I can say a chain is mithya. Ring is mithya. That doesn't mean that doesn't mean that there is no chain. Okay? Chain is. You need chain. If you want to ornament your neck, you need chain. But when I say it is mithya means, when I say chain is, that easiness of the chain belongs to gold. A mithya is useful to equally mithya vastu. When we say the world is mithya, every mithya is useful to other mithya. A cup of tea, you can say it is mithya, but equally body is also mithya, which requires that cup only. The whole dream world is mithya, but only the dream food will satiate your hunger. It will thirst, it will appease your hunger, only dream food. Mithya means that which is because of something else. Ahankara is because of consciousness. It is sentient because of consciousness. And that when I say I am, that I am means I exist. And I know my existence. I reveal myself, I exist. You don't have to ask somebody, do I exist or not? Like that lady, typical Indian woman, everything she has to do and ask the husband. If there's somebody calls up and says, okay, we have to go there for party, I will ask him and tell you. then every time she says it is not, I will have to ask. So when this Bangar wala came, when Bangar said, to office gaya છે. શું ઓફિસ કહ્યું છે બંગાર કે પરમિશન પેલો કે છે બેન બંગાર છે કે ઓફિસ ગયા છે સાંજે આવજે શું what do you mean? It is a મધ્યમ પર office. And coming back to this, you don't need somebody to tell you that you exist. So there are some cases when clinically doctor declared the patient as dead, then he wakes up and then he says, I am alive, full stop. That's the end of it. So that I am and I am conscious of myself is self-existing, self-evident fact. But how do I introduce myself? I am. Then all later on, men, woman, Indian, American, husband, wife, daughter, son, good looking, not bad, not good looking, middle age, old age, blah, everything. They all belong to physio-psycho complex, body-mind complex. So there is a hodgepodge of two in Ahankara, like fireball. Fireness, the heat of the fireball belongs to fire, and the ballness, the round shape, belongs to iron. Similarly, I am so and so, that I amness belongs to consciousness, and so belongs to Upadhi, body-mind complex, which are drashya. I know them. I am separate from it. I am not this physio-psycho complex. It is an object of knowledge for me, and I being the subject is different from them. Therefore, the whole self-identity, I am so and so, is mithya. And when you realize this fact, ahankara, ahami linake, ahami nashabaji, when I is dissolved, it is not like rope snake. When you dissolve the snake into rope, there is no more snake. Ahankara will continue, Vyavahara will continue, but you know the reality of I. I am apparent. Whole world is apparent. It's a play of two apparent things. Exactly like dream. Dream objects are apparent, dream experiences are apparent, and the dream experiencer is apparent. The truth, the substratum is I, the waker. So also, with Ahankara is apparent, the world is apparent, and the experience are also apparent. I, the consciousness, Satyam Gnanam Anantam Brahma, is real. And therefore, Sphuratirat Swayam, when Ahankara is resolved, I thought is resolved into consciousness. Like even every character of the movie, hero or heroine or villain or extras or comedian or everybody, or objects, all of them can be resolved into light. When they are resolved into light, let there be a movie, let there be a play going on, but then you witness it and you are in the awareness of the fact it is only one light which plays as though many roles, appears as though many names and form, and that awareness is called Raspurati Rita Swayam Parama Purnasati. Ahankara is resolved into consciousness, meaning thereby the truth of Ahankara is discovered to be I, the consciousness. The essence of Ahankara is I. And thereafter, as I said, there will be I sense, but that is called as Badhita Ahankara. Okay? Pujya Swami Paramatmananda used to have a good, he had his own word, enlightened ego. The beggar on the stage is an enlightened beggar. There is awareness about who am I. There is a beggar, all right. All the way there is a beggar. The role he is playing. All the script or the dialogues that are demanded by the role are spoken. The emotions that are warranted to be expressed as per the script of the role are expressed. But then there is an awareness, I am not this, full stop. And that I sense, which is obtaining in that while playing the role, is called enlightened ego. Okay? So there is a Badhit Ahankara, when Ahankara is resolved into the consciousness. And I cites ever shines in spite of all activity, hearing, talking, etc. taking place. Therefore, Gita Ji Bhagavan says, Pashyan, Shurvan, Ashnan, Gachan, Swapan, Shwasan, Pralapan, Unvishan, Vishannapi. In spite of doing all this, Naiva Kinchit Karomiti Yukto Manneta Tattavit. Wise man, a wise person, is conscious that I do not do anything. Okay? Even when he is doing everything. Like that actor saying on the stage, in spite of doing everything, can claim, I never do anything. Now, there is little discussion here. Last we saw that some say that the sense I is shunya, which is not true. Especially so-called modern meditation teachers, they say in the state of thoughtlessness, there is emptiness. That statement that there is emptiness itself is born out of emptiness. You require some gray matter here to say that. Not to say. The fellow says there is emptiness. If it is empty, how do you know? You cannot know if it is nothingness. To know that there is nothingness, you should be there. So, Param Purna Sat, there is a Buddhism, one branch of it says Shunya Atma, another one says Kshanika Atma also. Flickering consciousness. If it is flickering, who knows that it is flickering? To know that it is Kshanika, that the one who knows it Kshanika should be permanent. That doesn't happen. There is a Satyam, the substratum of Mithya. They say Sarvam Kshanikam, Sarvam Mithya. But then there is a Mithya cannot stand on its own. There has to be substratum called Satyam. And this vision is symbolized, please understand, in the form of Lord Shiva. Okay? What is Lord Shiva? He has 3 eyes. Don't go that literally he has 3 eyes. Okay? If he has 3 eyes, he requires a special brain to synchronize 3-fold vision. Like to synchronize this 2, you require this. And imagine what kind of mind Ravana must have been having. 20 eyes. And like wide angle glass, fellow can see minimum 180 degrees. Because last 2 heads and eyes being there. No. That eye, the 3rd eye is an eye of knowledge, symbolic. Okay? Seeing implies a knowledge. What kind of knowledge? Free from any doubts and error. Therefore, even in a court of law, the witness who would say, I saw or I heard it saying that, I heard the shot and I ran to the room. This fellow was holding the gun and this fellow was shot at. That is not conclusive evidence. If someone says, I saw him shooting, that is without any doubt and error. So I means knowledge which is free from any doubts and error. And generally, as per Indian tradition, when a person dies, the body is cremated. It is not buried. Then it is reduced to ashes. Body is burnt and ashes are there. Lord Shiva smears the ashes all over the body. And generally, they say he stays in crematorium. Smashane swakrida smarhara pishacha sahacharaha chita bhasma lebas, like the description of Lord Shiva. So, that is a symbol that ahankara is burned to ashes. And then that becomes a vibhuti, means a glory. Okay? That I sense is a glory to that person. Life is just a value addition for him. And that person lives a life of so-called real detachment. Real detachment is discovering the fact that I am the substratum of the I thought notion, and then keep on doing this, whatever is to be done. And thus they plays the role accordingly. That awareness is detachment. Please understand. Actor playing a role is completely detached person. What is detachment? That actor knows, I am not this role. He or she knows the very substratum of the role. What is the substratum? The substratum is I. The actor, I, is a substratum of all this role. And he keeps on playing the role. Nothing wrong in not only playing the role and speaking the dialogues of the script. Also, he may speak and do whatever is to be done. That is detachment. Okay? This person continues his prarabdha with this awareness, and the teacher concludes this section by next verse, verse number 21. Please look at the verse number 21. Idamaham padabhikhyamanvaham ahamilinake pyalaya sattaya. Idamaham padabhikhyamanvaham ahamilinake pyalaya sattaya. Idamaham padabhikhyamanvaham ahamilinake pyalaya sattaya. Idam means this. The whole section which started from verse number 16 to this, the teacher is concluding the section. This is the concluding statement. Idam this. Aham pada abhikhyam. Abhikhyam means that what is named, what is called, what is revealed, what is told. What is this? All that which is called as idam aham pada abhikhyam. What is called as I, what is known as I, anvayam, daily what is referred as I, ahamilinake, when this I is dissolved, alaya sattaya, in the form of nalaya, alaya. No resolution, no dissolution, no destruction. That existence free from any kind of dissolution continues. So, even when the ego is resolved daily, where in sleep, what continues? There remains I in the form of alaya sattaya. What satta? Alaya, not that which cannot be dissolved, that cannot be destroyed, means ever existent I continues. And this I is awareness, and that is the meaning or implied meaning of the word I. That's a lakshya. Okay? When the beggar says, I am so and so, the fellow on the stage finished the role and came to green room, and somebody came and said, I want to meet Mr. So and so. And that beggar says, I am so and so. That I, when he says I am so and so person, is not the direct meaning or the vachyarth. Direct meaning of I is a beggar available. That's not a meaning. I is implied meaning. I am so and so actor. So this ahankara, when it is resolved, even in sleep, the consciousness continues. But difference is that you do not know that you are Satchidananda. In case of a wise person, when ego is resolved, what continues is this alaya sattaya, that non-destructible self continues all the way, and it is there. Okay, we have discussed all this in detail, so I'm not going to discuss it further. And since I had invited some questions, I find there are so many questions. Okay. So first I will deal with the questions which were pending last time. And then we'll continue with today's question. The first question is to destroy ahankara. There was first question regarding the eggs, I think. Yes, it was regarding whether the eggs are